A warm welcome. I'm Simon Dumbavand. I'm a conductor, organist and pianist. I read music at Cambridge and researched in Sheffield. My areas of expertise include Scandinavian and Russian music, as well as Spanish and Portuguese music and Latin America. I've been presenting on cruises for 20 years, and sometimes I run a passenger choir to complement these lectures. Let's look at a few highlights. In my series, Tender is the North, music sits comfortably with the art, architecture, drama and literature of Scandinavia and Russia as something very different from the arts of the warmer south. Here in Finland, music is an essential cultural outpouring, a nationalistic cry for identity, no better expressed than in the 7 symphonies of Sibelius. These masterpieces depart in every respect from our expectations of what a symphony really is. This emblematic gesture in the 5th, is it Thor swinging his hammer to forge the new Finnish nation and its mode of artistic expression? Or is it a thematic representation of the majestic flock of swans which flew over Sibelius' house as he was sketching his symphony? Music can be a key to understanding our destinations, and visiting Russia, I explore symphonic music, ballet and opera by the great composers, which demonstrate a clear difference to the mainstream Austro-German styles. It's the rebirth of the Orthodox Church and its choral tradition which has the most astounding story. Buildings have been restored or constructed anew, and they resound to the rich and sonorous harmony of choirs singing in the daily services. Much of this music is still unknown, and my research unearths forgotten gems and memorable masterpieces presented alongside the visually stunning icons in a history of the Russian choral tradition. Beautiful music also lies across the Atlantic, where Spanish and Portuguese colonial churches and palaces resounded to glorious sounds, reflecting the power of the conquerors on their dramatic quest for silver and gold. But what of the other musics? That of the indigenous population, and what of the music of the slaves? What I discover is that for centuries, people born in Europe controlled the music of Latin America. In the 18th century, the fortunes of Peru were in decline, but this manuscript from Trujillo on the coast shows us what passion lies in such simple ingredients. Bishop Martínez Compagnon came from Madrid to work in Lima. Then in Trujillo, he took an interest in the education of the Incas, cataloguing their music. The jaunty Cachua Serenita, although it was written down by a Spanish bishop, would certainly have been performed by African slaves and danced to by the curious Incas, eager to learn more of this distant religion preached by men with great beards from beyond the mountains. In Brazil, at exactly the same time, high in the state of Minas Gerais, it was the mining of gold and diamonds which made the colonial masters rich. Here the practice of music flourished as a sonic decoration for the lavish buildings. Here in Diamantina, the forgotten manuscripts of Americo Lobo de Mesquita have been rediscovered. This is intimate, exquisite, decorative music, and it's a reflection of the lavish interior for which it was composed, once more brought to life. Finally, over in Africa, Shishani, originally from Windhoek, traversed the Kalahari, meeting tribes and sharing her musical vision. Singing with them, she integrates the haunting calls and phrases into her own more sophisticated textures. 2 worlds collide and fuse into a new style. Well, that's just a tiny example of the content of my music presentations, exploring our destinations. Thanks for watching and listening, and see you on board.